always needed a chance to express myself, but I've never got any chance to just be the voice of those who can speak for themselves. I'm that girl who's so courageous, who can face anything, who can tell you anything. I can just speak out, even if it's going to hurt someone. I'm that girl who is a go-getter. I don't shut up when something is going bad. When I'm bored, sometimes I'm stressed, I just like start to do a character. Maybe I act like those business women in our town. They yell in in our mother tongue, 10 bob, 10 bob, 10 bob. So I just start acting like that. I make jokes and people laugh.
I stand out for women, and I love women who stand up for themselves, like my mom did. And no matter what, she was always by our side, trying to keep us and making us strong women.
The teacher told me that I had a talent in acting and oral telling when I was in class 8. I was the best actress both in high school and primary school. That's when I decided that I really wanted to do this and I'm not going to turn back. I loved doing this, and whenever I did it, I felt like that's the real me. This is all I want to do.
Za dunia neno lake ambalo lafaa. I like music. I'm a lighter of music. I'm a fan of books. I like encouraging someone. I like helping others. Today I've helped my friend who needed 800 to go and buy a smartphone. Ya ulimwengu wala sio yake. I want to be great. I want to have my own things. I don't want to depend on a man. I want to stand on myself. I want to do my own things. I want to run my own things. You feeling me?
As an orphan, an 18-year-old girl, my father died when I was in class 5, my mother died when I was in Form 1, left behind with 5 siblings. I really hate to see how girl child suffers, mostly because they are orphans or they cannot manage their stuff, or maybe they have lazy parents. I live in a slum where I'm surrounded with many people selling illegal things like illegal breweries, many people smoking bang, many people doing all the illegal stuff around here. You really find it difficult to manage your food stuff, how to get food for daily usage and daily needs for your upkeep. For my brothers, you really have to suffer, you really have to struggle for you to get anything that you need to eat. Resting this kind of life, many people really suffer out here, knowing very well that they have to depend on themselves to get what they want. I really hate it how we live out here.
What's important to me is my family. 5 of us live in the same house. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. My dad works in Laikipia. Is a warrant 2 officer in army. He always comes for a week and goes back to work. Mom, she's a businesswoman who sells fish. I spend so much time with them. They're the people uplifting me, giving me the advices, the people that can only provide for the things I need. They're always just there for me.
I like to talk about myself. Personally, I'm an extrovert. I'm so outgoing. I love going out, knowing new places and new things. My dream ambition is to be a journalist. I want to work as a journalist in one of the leading media houses in town, especially Nairobi. I'm so interested in ladies and women's stuff, like our life. We go through a lot of challenges, we struggles here and there, stuff here and there, especially during this corona period. as many of us have been going through economical challenges and psychological and stuff. In my life, I've been through shit, like I've gone through personal experiences, especially with my mom and my family, whereby we had been living in a domestically violent family. But my mom had to stand strong for each and every one of us. I'm so grateful that I'm here where I am today.
This is me. When you see a book, you just see me. Why am I saying that? Because I'm everything about books. I love everything about books. Being a script writer and a poet, I guess being a book reader isn't so hard for me. This is Steps to Christ by Ellen G. White. The reason why I'm reading this book is because it's helping me heal. Heal from whatever happened to my best friend. We got in the outing, then we got into a road accident, and unfortunately she had to die. So ikabidi nikaona siwezi move on, imekuwa hard, so nikamwa the only way ni kurely kwa God, because God is the only being that understands us. So nikamwa, let me just put my troubles before God. So enough about the depressing me. You wanna see what? Yes, this is food. This is food. All of this is food. You see, I love everything about cooking. Na walisema kama unapenda kupika lazima upende kukula, na kama unapenda kukula lazima ujue kupika. That's why I guess cooking is my hobby, because napenda kukula.
My mom is a cleaner at World Bank. Dad, he's a bakery owner. I live in my house with my mom, my dad, and my two brothers. I am who I am because of my mom. She gives me the strength. She tells me to push everything so hard. She doesn't want me to give up.
My mom taught me how to cook. She's an expert in cooking. She was once working in a restaurant, so she knows everything about kitchen. And she always helps me with my homework, my university homework. She knows a lot about information technology, so every time I need to inquire something, I just come to her, and she tells me. And sometimes she even teaches me how to do business. She owns a business, a tomato business, a vegetable business. She teaches me how to do business, and sometimes she leaves me there to hold the business for her. And I can tell you, it gives me a lot of ideas of how to start your own businesses and achieving in life.
My dad, he just loves music like me. He encourages me to do what I feel is best. If I feel like writing a song, I can. My dad has been the breadwinner of our family. He knows that everyone has a potential to make it in life. So I just love him. His advising is he doesn't give up despite when a pesa mask, despite having money or not having money. Only me, he, and my mom can make for ourselves a better tomorrow.
I'm a young, humble Kenyan girl. I love being Kenyan, and I love cars. They give me another view of life. Yeah, I just love them. I love dancing. It's keeping fit for my future dreams. I also love being orderly. It's part of me. Like, I just love when things are orderly. And I also love running. It's keeping fit also, and for my dreams. Yeah, I love nature. I love the way the environment feels. I lost my mom when I was a very young girl. She died when I was one year. Yeah, I think, because even I can't remember her. I used to live with my grandparents before I moved in with my auntie. So it happened that after Form 4, she called me and told me that I'm a grown up, I have to look for my own life. You see, when someone is not your parent, you can't start arguing like I'm supposed to be here. It was so hard.
I live at my cousin's house in Siaya. During this pandemic, sustaining the whole house, like food stuff and everything, has really been so hard. So I decided to live with my cousin. And my cousin does not stay in Siaya. My cousin stays in Nairobi, where she sends money to us every week, where we buy the basic needs, we buy everything we need. And I came over with my brother, and so my sister was left with only one of our siblings. So they are coping up well. It has been easy since the burden has been reduced. This is because my sister lost her job due to COVID-19 issues. Most of the people in our area lost their jobs, and they're only doing some minor things which cannot sustain their families. So we decided to shift over so as to reduce the burdens at home. As per now, we are coping up well. Everything is like right now, everything is fine, and we're just living as we wished. Maybe God's plan.
COVID has affected me and my friends educationally because by now I could be done with the Form 4 and start to work with my dreams to make them know that girls have the right to do something.
Hello there. I wanted to talk about my relationship na vile imekuwa affected na hii corona period. So, I have a mom who works in Nairobi. So, tangu hiyo lockdown ifanyike, hajawahi kuja home. Yeah, we miss her so much. We have not seen each other for a while, so inaleta shida. Like, having a mom around is much more, tunamhitaji sana. You might have some complications kwanza sisi madem, you need help here and there, advices, yeah, we need some financial support. She's a single mom, so vile alienda kuwork Nairobi, we remain alone at home. Yeah, so corona, after lockdown, we're looking forward to seeing her because we've never seen her since March. It was March, and we miss her so much.
My elder sister lost her job during this COVID time. She was an accountant. She had to come back home because she couldn't support her 5-year-old son.
This is my new home. We moved here because of COVID. The previous rent became so expensive, we had to move to a cheaper place. This is my home now. It's so cold.
At the university right now doing information and communication technology. Everything is just a mess, and they're telling us to go online classes, and they are not sending bundles, and the online classes they are still asking for full school fees, and we can't pay that with this COVID. So we have to skip online classes and wait until January. It was so hard for my parents to pay my school fees after COVID because the salary was cut into half and had to pay house rent, food in the house. So
my mom, she said she won't be idle at home all day. That's when she started her own business in the market.
staying at home with my parents all day, it brings up arguments between my parents. They physically hurt each other. They do a lot of shoutings, and us as children, it's not right that we see that, and we can't avoid it because we are living in the same house.
My dad was working as a driver to Nairobi. My mom was working as a person who sells clothes. When Corona came, all of them became jobless because the roads were blocked.
They had nothing, so I had to help them.
So I got a job.
I had to give them money for food. That was not earning enough.
I felt it was tough for me and I left the job.
Right now, I have nothing at all. I have nothing. Even if the schools can be opened tomorrow, I can't go because I have nothing at hand.
I'm searching for money for school. I have a shortage of 7,000. I went to school. I wanted to pick a letter that showed that back at high school I was sponsored by Cooperative Bank. My uncle's blood uncle supposed to be my guarantors, but unfortunately,
I will always trust in the Lord because God will provide for us. When COVID landed, I was employed in a hotel. We were stopped working and I didn't have money. My dad is a drunkard and couldn't afford paying my bills. As a girl, big as I am, I can't go and live with my dad in a single room. So I explained everything to my boyfriend. I expected him to support me pay my bills. Instead, he asked me to move in with him. He helped me a lot and that's why I moved in with him.
A man who was always my father's customer and I were involved.
what happened?
The man called me to his friend's house to take some foodstuff and money for my own personal use and always for my period.
Did it take place?
When did it take place? It happened a day after my father had traveled to his hometown and I was left home alone for 1 week.
Where did it take place?
It took place at his friend's house.
Why did it happen?
It happened because the man saw that I was naive and powerless, so he took advantage of me and knew that I was going to do nothing and say nothing about this to anyone. It happened when I went to meet him at the house as promised, and there was no chair but only one bed. So I was forced to sit there and he gave me a soda and chips. While I was about to leave, he took me by my neck and threw me on the bed and raped me. I lost my virginity and I started bleeding, lay there helplessly as I wondered why the world turns against me. I never knew whether I had contracted HIV or STIs or even got pregnant. That is the story of what happened to me, and some of the challenges I'm facing during this time is I can't manage my pregnancy. I don't know even what to do with this pregnancy with me. All I can do is to ask for help. I need guidance, I need counseling because this trauma is really killing me.
COVID-19 has affected me because it has made me being deported from China to Kenya, where I was studying medicine in China. It has made me be idle since I went to China. I've get used to the technology of China. I've get used to new friends, new people. Then being deported to Kenya has made me be idle because there is no work I'm doing. I'm just waiting for the COVID-19, which I'm not sure if it will end this year or rather next year. That I get back to China for more my studies. That's really made me be idle since I was to finish my education before August ends. When did all this happen? It happened March. It has took a long. I thought it will end after 2 months, but it has took a long 5 months. Why did this happen? It happened. mm, the myth says that the virus came from a bat. So, like, I don't I don't know the real cause, but we believe A man slept with her back and then the virus started. How did it happen? How were you deported from China? I was deported because they said foreigners to go to their country, so I had to come to Kenya.
I got married at 18 years and now I have a 1-year-old baby girl. And things have not been easy ever since I got married, which was 2 years ago. I can say my dreams were shattered and my life got ruined because I was still in high school. And my parents, after they found out that I was pregnant, they just sent me away. So I was forced to get married to the father of my child. Life was easy and good until COVID-19 appeared. I can say it made my life so miserable, and because I had a job but I lost it, and because of idleness my husband became so an irresponsible drunkard. This made things worse. Being the breadwinner, I had to toil for everyday food and rent. Life has been worse, and my husband ran away with another woman. He was never like this before, and I can say this is my nightmare coming true. I went back to my parents after being chased because I was unable to pay my rent. And thank God they took me in. After a while, I can say a friend of mine referred me to an organization of helping single mothers near my hood. And I can gladly say that I'm not where I was 2 years ago. 2 months ago, because I can afford my own food and my own rent. I can say COVID-19 caused all this before because life was easier and manageable, and until it was here, I can say my life has been a hell.
My friend got pregnant during this COVID holiday and delivered today with a CS. She doesn't have parents. She lives with her grandma. She was so sad, so disappointed, but she had to cope up with the situation. I feel happy because she was delivered before school resumes. There are a little bit obstacles in the way. It's a little bit different since mom is not there. You see, when you brought up this challenge, this talking about the future, you say, I've delayed, because I could have done it long time ago. I could have already sent you the audio, but we were just talking about the future, and I had nothing to tell you, totally nothing.
Despite the pandemic season we are in, I can never give up of my future plannings. What keeps me going is my future lays in my hand, and it's upon me to do right thing and work towards what I want, and it will be a successful one.
As a young woman, I feel my future is bright. Hard work in this society right now is what is needed. I really want to pay back my mom for everything she's done for me. She's a strong woman and she's been struggling all alone in this journey of taking care of us. So I really want to be successful so that I may help her ahead.
Life is hard for the girl child. We have the government that does not even back up. We have girls from neighborhoods that are struggling, and the government does not even provide for pads. We have parents who don't give a damn about them. They push you to do the bad thing, and they also push you to make even worse decisions afterwards. Then you are left there stranded. So the girl child in this country actually needs the government. They need parents, and they need people to care for them.
God is good because I got some guarantors. It's not a matter of depending on someone or waiting for someone. God has blessed me with 2 hands. I have legs. I can do it.
I have to do this film for Shujaaz, and your footage is going to be in it. So, what I thought I would do is just do an interview with everyone, just to get some information, just to sort of have some more material to work with, and then kind of figure out maybe what film you would like to do, and then help you do that. Hi, good morning.
Yeah, I'm here.
Where have you been?
I didn't have my phone. I have it permanently now. It's just my mother surprised me with a new phone. I lost it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I made the film. It's in another phone. This is another phone. The other phone, the batteries are like dead. The acid is finished, so there is no way I can open it and transfer it again.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I just had a nightmare conversation with somebody. The reception was awful. She didn't understand anything I was saying. I couldn't hear her. Oh, it was just a nightmare. I am ready. I don't know if whether you got to your friend, whether the reception's any better. We could try audio notes. Anyway, let me know I'm here.